if you'd like to follow along, and I'm going to work on it right now as well. So let's get started. You're going to need a piece of paper. It could be a colorful one or even plain white, and a pencil to start with. You can use crayons, colored pencils, or markers along with this project as well. And if you see, I have like a starburst pattern coming out from the corner. If you have a ruler, that would be great. You can even fold a piece of paper in half, kind of scratch down the side, and you can use that to go from corner to corner, or just a corner out from this little kind of point out. I can draw my lines, or I can just eyeball it and draw some lines coming down too. I like to draw between 6 and 10 lines for this starburst or sunburst, whatever you'd like to call it. The next step is I'm going to draw a shape on top of it. It could be a triangle, circle, square, any shape. It could even be a blob, whatever you'd like. For this, I'm going to draw the triangle. And I'm just going to draw it right over all of these stripes. And I'm making it like the letter A, an uppercase A, with a line on the bottom. And it's not perfect, but it's mine, and I'm proud of it. So if I want to switch to a crayon or a marker right now, that would be fine. But I'm going to start with pencil, because if I make a mistake, I can erase it. But what I'm going to do within each of these little triangle pieces in the triangle, this stripe, I'm going to put a little X on, because that's going to be colored in. This one I'm going to leave open. This one I'm going to color in. This one I'm going to leave open. So then I am going to start with the color I'd like, and I'm going to stick with the black marker. And I'm going to outline the whole shape that I have first. And this is step 3. I'm going to color in the different stripes, every other stripe for my first part. Now there's a huge hunk of space here. I could have added another line in it and made it a little bit skinnier. That's up to you if you prefer that. I just made it wider for quick videos. So now I have to say I did 2 stripes. That was pretty easy. But wherever there is a black colored in stripe, the background, so this is the foreground or the positive shape, the negative space is going to be the opposite. So I'm going to leave it plain white. This one is white, so the stripe behind it in the negative space is going to be black. And if you notice, I'm using for marker, I'm holding it like on the cone, and I can get a larger area done if I'm holding the marker kind of on a diagonal and going back and forth. If I like seeing those pretty marker lines where they kind of go line up next to each other, I can just kind of make it like I'm patting the page. And when I get close to the top, I use the tip of the marker, the tiny point, and make skinnier lines. And I'm a back and forth kind of marker person right now. Sometimes I'm the kind that just likes to slow down and pet the page too. So then this one, this is a black positive space in the shape. So the negative space will stay white. The positive shape is white on this one. The negative space will be colorful. And then I could take this and do the other parts just opposite colors. So if I'm coloring this whole black stripe, the next stripe will stay white, and then the next one will be black again. So we are already on step 4. The last thing you can do after you finish all your stripes is figure out a shadow. If I pretend like the light source, the shining down is coming from the left side of my page, then I'm going to make a shadow with value on the right side of the shape. This is how it starts to look even more 3-dimensional, like it's popping off the page. So if I do this, and I know mine's a little faster probably than how you guys are doing it, I just want to grab a pencil now and show you the next step. So if I'm pretending like there's a lot of light coming from the left side, I'll put a shadow, just like we did on our forms. And I'm making a gray blobby shadow on 2 of the sides. I could do it on all the sides if I wanted. It doesn't matter, but it should be at least on, like I'd say, 1/2 to 3/4 of your shape. So this is 1, 2. So that's 2/3 of the triangle. So I'm kind of blending it in. You might see it better in person than online or on this video, but I'm adding a value of like 4, 3, 2, 1. And on the black stripes, you might not see it as much, so that's okay if you don't do it. But if you were using a different color paper or a different color marker, you might see it a little better. Then I could decide, do I want to leave it just black and white? Do I want to add colors? Do I want to make it, instead of black and white, in color, like there it is in blue? Do I want to make this shape have a totally different shape? I don't know. It's up to you. So this one is even different colors and a different shape. I can't wait to see what op art you create.